Hello, everybody. I'd like to come to you from 1 Kings chapter 5, verse 14, and talk to you about a title of a message, 1 month in Lebanon and 2 months at home. 1 Kings chapter 5, verse 14 says, He sent them to Lebanon in monthly shifts of 10,000 men, so that they would spend 1 month in Lebanon and 2 months at home. Now, what was going on there was the building of the temple, a very godly and holy work. But this wise person named Adoniram, he was very wise. He realized that to have 2 months of labor, hard labor, building this temple for God, and just 1 month at home would create burnout. So he switched it to 1 month in Lebanon and 2 months at home. And in today's society that we live in right now, we can learn from that. We can learn from that. We get so busy doing for everybody else, even church work, even church activities, that we don't spend enough time in reserve with other things that matter also in our life. For every hour of preaching, maybe we should have 2 hours of praying. For every hour with a stranger, 2 hours with your family. Every hour working and volunteering for a church, how about 2 hours making sure that your own bills are paid? I've seen people throughout life, throughout my time, that were busy doing all kinds of things, very active, doing this, doing that, over here, over there, never home. You never see them taking care of their own things. Sometimes a mechanic drives the worst vehicles. Sometimes a roofer are the ones that have all the holes in their own roof. Sometimes a landscaper will mow everybody else's yard, but then come home and his own yard, he's too tired for his own yard. I mean, seriously, I've seen that in life. And in the realm of preachers and stuff like that, I have seen people, just like the other day I saw this advertisement, new church in town looking for volunteers. I thought to myself, well, that's good, don't get me wrong, that has its place, that definitely has its place. I mean, nobody can do it all by themselves. But I wonder how many people would rather volunteer and spend their time with all that activity right there, but yet they have debts that they're not paying. Debts that are going to collections. Or they need to be looking for a job and they're not looking for a job, but they're volunteering. You see, we need to get things straight. 1 month in Lebanon, working for God, 2 months at home in reserve with the other things that matter. That's my message today. You know, the Bible says, let your nay be nay and your yea be yea. It's talking about swearing, you know, not to swear an oath. So if you're going to say yes, just say yes. If you're going to say no, say no. But a lot of you guys, you can't say that because you never say no. You never say no. You get calls from the north, the south, the east, the west. Come pray for me. Come help me. Come mow my lawn. Come take me for a ride. You know, you're my ride, so take me here. Take me there. Do this, do that. You know, just running and running. And so you're always saying, you're never saying no. You're never saying no to those things. And your own family, okay? Your own family is dying. are having issues, and you don't even know that. You don't even realize that. The Bible says the little foxes spoil the vine. 1 month in Lebanon, building the temple of God. 2 months at home. In the military, they used to tell us, take care of your family. Don't put Uncle Sam first. Uncle Sam will always be there. Your family may not always be there. And there's some truth to that. You can neglect the things that matter, and then once they're gone, once you lose your wife, you lose your children, you lose your home, you lose the things you took for granted, then you realize how much you missed them and how you neglected those things to be with your friends, to be partying, drinking beer, going fishing, hanging around with your hunting buddies, volunteering for stuff at work, doing other people's jobs at work, staying late at work. I remember one time I was working on, I think it was New Year's Eve, first calf of Fort Hood. I was in the motor pool. I had my own key to the motor pool. And I'm doing awards for everybody because I was behind. I was behind on awards. I was behind on counselings. I was behind on things the first sergeant needed. And so I was down there on New Year's Eve. I believe it was New Year's Eve. I mean, midnight. We're talking midnight. And next thing I know, I've got 4 people that come in with pistols on their side. It was the CID. They wanted to know what I was doing in the motor pool on New Year's Eve. And I showed them. I said, look, right, I'm working on these awards. I'm working on these counselings. I'm getting caught up on these, these lists over here. I got a long to-do list. I'm working on this stuff. I got deadlines. First sergeant needs this. First sergeant needs that. And they found it really strange that I was there instead of home with my family. Well, the minute something came up missing in that motor pool, guess who it came back on? It came back on the platoon sergeant that was down there all alone at midnight working. And it was just appearances. Okay? Nobody saw that I was sacrificing and working for Uncle Sam. All they saw was suspicion and everything else. So you can really get it backwards. You can really get it reversed. But if you hold on to that principle, 1 month in Lebanon, 1 month laboring for God, 1 month laboring for Uncle Sam, 2 months at home, do not neglect the other part, then it would be a good wise decision on your part. Life is as a vapor. It appears for a little while, like a steam kettle that's steaming. That vapor that appears and just vanishes. That's our life right there. That's our life. And we're born and we start running after money. We start running after acceptance. We start running frantically after prestige, a good reputation. We're running for more money, running for bigger houses, running for a bigger vehicle. Run, frantically. And the clock is just going around and around and around and around. And then you can see from the cradle to the grave, you become an old man, you're still running, you're slowing down, and you usually end up with cancer or something, or some disease, and you start withering and dying at the end of life. Never, looks like my wife's home. Never coming and grasping the things that you're really looking for. So get it right now. Get it right now. Don't spend your time running after those things. That's my wife. She's home. So I got to go.